love you truly, deeply, with the love of God. But because of your behaviors, the way that you think, the inconsistency of your decisions, because I see how you handle your life, I choose not to give you permission to handle my life that way. It's my responsibility to do that for me. Me setting boundaries is not me rejecting you. It's protecting me. I'll look you square in your face and tell you that I love you with all my heart. But that doesn't mean that you have access to it. I can love you truly, deeply, with the love of God. But because of your behaviors, the way that you think, the inconsistency of your decisions, because I see how you handle your life, I choose not to give you permission to handle my life that way. It's my responsibility to do that for me. Me setting boundaries is not.
See, one thing people need to understand about extremely nice, caring, kind, loving people is that their other side is just as extreme. It is the hell that they survive that makes them gentle. Don't mistake their self-control for weakness. The beast inside them is sleeping, not dead. See, one thing people need to understand about extremely nice, caring, kind, loving people is that their other side is just as extreme. It is the hell that they survive that makes them gentle. Don't mistake their self-control for weakness. The beast inside them is sleeping, not dead. See, one thing people need to understand about extremely nice people is that their other side is just as extreme. It is the hell that they survive that makes them gentle. Don't mistake their self-control for weakness. The beast inside them is
raised by my mama in the street, avoiding fake niggas. Why these niggas? Oh, why these on the block? Just because they got a Glock, they always show and tell them pop. See through the eyes of the street. See, I grew up in the hood around the drug dealers, raised by my mama in the street, avoiding fake niggas. Why these? Because they got a Glock. We asking questions to the one that say they think they real. They say they ride or die, and they say they born to kill, and they don't give a care how another nigga feel. Cause they gon' tell you the real way, yo. They gon' tell you the deal way, yo. I feel that way sometimes. On the grind, making mine a little dime all the time, and I shine niggas blind, and you can tell through a fake nigga. You can see a grimy nigga, cause they hide behind the trigger from the murder wood. I'm from wait, stay on the block every second of the day. Hey yo, it's from the eyes of the streets. See through the eyes of the streets. I grew up in the hood around the drug dealers, raised by my mama in the street, avoiding fake niggas. Why these niggas? Oh, why these niggas think they hard on the block just because they got a Glock that they show and tell and never pop? And I'm a witness of this thing around this cocaine, and these fiends full of dreams start off by smoking creams, but may they life be more all bad things that remain in this game. See, it's getting this to change game. Y'all know I'm making the bread and letting the trigger go real slow. For real though. We on the block with rock, weed, and blow, staying on my tippy toes is what I'm supposed to end. It just begins, it just started. See, I'm so down to earth, and I'm so hard. I was 16 and massive kid. I said it over and over, faded it, just watch over your shoulder. I can show you, I can make your body colder and colder. Yo, I'm a little girl, but I can get
comforts of home at Town Place Suites.
Yeah. Yeah. The one
Territory. Territory. Let's go. Oh.
yeah. Madison. Yeah. Check it. Yo, I wake up in my bed, my mama making that bread to stay on her feet. And the police in these streets, they
Let's
make me
go.
selling the cocaine. My grandma, Uncle Johnny Rock doing the same thing. House full of drug dealers, I just watched in the perp. The killers is never absurd. The real love story, cause 1-6, that was our territory. The whole block was our dormitory. We took it over from city to city by making that money. We got down to the nitty gritty while serving dubs and 50s in these streets. Do you feel me? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just put your blunts up and now pull your lighters out. The 1-6, the 1-6, the 1-6 Madison from the 1-6 in Madison. My rhyme is hard and truly. Niggas hate me, niggas move me, don't do me. I'm ultimately killing in my crib. See, yo, I'm a legacy. You niggas wanna be niggas. Don't know me, but I don't front you. See the name fucking G. This black out boys ain't company. Serving on the scene with face roaming. The niggas carry me tone with the chrome out of 9mm. They under the dresser with hot bullet in your chest will show you pressure. And my uncle and my cousin trying to. But I could be the devil's pointed at an angle when I strangle, when I dangle, when I mangle you, make you lose water from 16th. And I'm gangsta nigga from Fury, neighbor into your aorta, cause I'm from Madison. If a nigga wanna get down, tell me what's happening.
The
1-6, the one,
Shout out to my baby bro.
the one six and 96. Talking about the 1 6.
Go.
I keep trying to phone my money and I'm watching my back. It's a lot of killers in these streets that'll rob you just like that. It's a cold world we live in, and you a fact. I got my mind up on this danger. It always comes to an act. I'm looking around just thinking somebody trying to creep from the back. The foe will hit your face soon as I cock back. Out of their life and death, I'm going hard in these streets. Any nigga don't want no beef, we hopping out of our seats. Never taking it easy, leaving sleep. Never making sound, cause we always on the low creep. So get better up down and you better hear us. Cause the people coming on that block, we coming like the army. Fully loaded with hollies, we shooting you up in your home. You better tease it, leave your family be gone. We some old-blooded killers, you better leave us alone. Try to make this money and maintain, cause we got bills at our home. 1-6, the 1-6, the 1-6, the 1-6, and not a cent. We talking about that one, the 1-6 in Madison.
I'm from the
The 1-6 in Madison.
Let's go.
That Mirkwood.
money on my mind.
I got money on my mind. I was money on my mind. I got money on my mind.
Like, see, I like cake, I might make money in my pocket. So I about it, then I bust up. Short and stout like a teacher. Paper
Let's
chase
go,
reach
fucking.
no money is like I need love, like Cool J. Yeah, I'm high class on the do say. They hate him, yeah, I give him leeway. See, I don't give a damn what he say and she say. Cause me and Bay keep the bills paid. I'm self-made.
That's
I'm
my daughter.
great. I work, bitch, I don't sleep late. Yeah, got money on my man. My baby, gotta eat you, nobody give
Let's go.
this money on my man.
Manny, that's what again. Not money on my mind. Let's go, fucking money on my mind. from my daughter. My bad, y'all. All this money, yo, my mind. Let's go, Cookie.
Then I bust up, short staff
What's
like a
up?
teacup.
Cool.
Paper chaser, keep
Let's
it real
go.
up. No money is like I need love, like Cool J. I'm high class on the dudes, say they hate on me, I give them leeway. See, I don't give a damn what you say, cause they keep the bitch pay. I'm say, no downgrade, bitch, I don't sleep late. See, I got money, man. My baby's gotta eat, you know I stay up on the grind. Cause can't nobody
Let's
stop me
go.
when this money on my man. And I let them all hate me cause they do it all the time. They the fuel to my fire when this money on my mind. The pen to my pad, they got me right all the time. They keep me on my feet when these haters knock the grind. And I need that motivation when this money on my mind. I got money on my mind. All money on my
All
mind.
this
I'm
money
starving, I
on my
gotta eat.
mind.
I got
Let's go.
money on my mind. All this money on my mind.
All this
I'm
money
maniac
is
McGee and
money
I
at the
got
key, and
money
I
on
got
my
money on
mind.
my
Money on my
money on
mind.
my
I'm
mind.
starving, I gotta eat. I got money on my mind.
Shout out to my daughter.
All this money on my mind. It's maniac McGee and I got money on my mind. See, I turned up to the tip top on that grown shit. I got the drip drop. See, I been high like a rock pot since double dutch and pop rocks turned top notch from the sandbox. I stand out, no handout. If a nigga want heat, bring a fan out. And this man down, ain't no land down from the 1-6 and I'm real raw. Ain't changed up since the seesaw. Turn a nigga bitch like he root pop. They ain't made for this, it ain't install. I'm a hard driving, that's real strive. I'm a black with that good crap from 3 sides on some other shit. My own, my race and my government. See, they
Let's
love to hate
go.
me and they motivate me like a longer story from my older lady. I'm a 90s baby, that's big fact. From recess to rugrat, that's real shit, that's no cap. From white ones with no strap, with foster water with straight rap. Jada Kiss was real rap. See, I got
Let's
money on my
go.
man. My babies gotta eat, you know I stay up on the grind. Cause can't nobody stop me when this money on my mind. See, I let them all hate because they do this all the time. They the fuel to my fire when this money on my mind. The pen to my pet, they got me writing all the time. They keep me on my feet when these haters out the grind. And I need that motivation when this money on my mind. I got money on my mind. All this money on my mind. I'm stopping, I gotta eat. I got money on my mind. All this money on my mind. It's
It's
maniac
ready
McGee
at
and
the
I got
key, and I
money
got
on my
money on
mind.
my mind.
All this money on
Money on my
my
mind.
mind. I'm
Let's
stopping,
go.
gotta eat. I got money on my mind. Money on my mind. My babies, they gotta eat. I got money on my mind.
see? What you see? What do you see? Look out these windows with me. 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 Now tell me what you see.
Shout out to my daughter in town.
I see you hating me, I see you hating her. All that discriminating got me facing racial slurs. So sad when you went just play painful words. That's what the trouble man. The world showed me that's too damn bad. My little girl told me this and I got too damn dads. She only 10. One day she'll understand the only friend. I ain't holding you accountable for loneliness. The Lord said I move a mountain when I'm flowing this. Tears on my shoulder count, keep going, there's no regrets. Keep pushing, no regrets. Keep looking in the eyes of your enemy with some looks. I feel like do my energy before knowing that was my time. My feeling be so depressed. Pressure, make diamonds, free stress. I've been body privates, no time, they dead, no silence. Look out these windows with me. 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 Tell me what you see. What do you see? Look out these windows with me. 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 Now tell me what you see.
Shout out to my daughter. Let's go, fuck
Chasing is my only thought mentality. I'm on a journey. I'm on a road to success. I got flaws. I'm not perfect, but there's room to perfect. Maniac with DB in his home in his greedy. And my books are low key, and you know me. Windows on my table ain't more than a little. My grandma speaking knowledge, and it sounds like a riddle. Gotta figure it out and put the pieces to the puzzle. In charge on female pit, they put me in the mud.
Wow. This is my favorite song. Shut up, oh fucking Lyricist. Listen to this song. I'm a no. Let's go, fucking.
I'm a hood, it's a ditty bitch. I'm on my bossy and my pretty. Has a ditty, shake nails, itty bitch. These bitches hatin', sitting pretty sis. I'm a bossy,
Come on, bossy, get the bitch.
I'm lying, these hoes be on kitty shit. I'd rather be on pretty shit. Hair and nails didn't period. I check a bitch about my back, see how you serious. Bitches cramping my style, that's my period. Delirious, see the infamous with a temperament. See they don't want them bottles, cause I turn into an incident. Don't let the hair and nails fool you, I like to get intimate and pretty sis. I'm on my bossy and my pretty house. Still sitting pretty sis. I'm a hood and my pretty house a ditty. Real thick nails did itty bitty. These bitches hating, but I'm still sitting pretty sis. I'm sitting pretty. 20, 100, this is maniac. I got these bitches on their feelings. I be Android like I'm feeling. See my hubby to the right and while he back and I be stealing bitches out of that I'm chilling, stacking money to the ceiling. Tried to tell them they ain't listen, making money on this mission. Tried to tell me it's a limit. That's when I got a fit, made an hour from a minute. Wayne told me ain't no ceiling. I'm sitting pretty sis. I'm a hood and a ditty bitch. I'm on my bossy and my pretty house a bitch. Real thick nails did itty bitty bitch. Bitches hating, but I'm still sitting pretty sis. I'm a hood and a ditty bitch. I'm on my bossy
play that one more time. I'm under the dryer is almost dry. I didn't like how my hair was looking when I went to work yesterday, so I redid it. So let me play this over one more again, and then let's go.
Miss Maniac. Y'all know how I do. Hey, hey, I'm a Ryan. I'm a hood and a ditty bitch. I'm on my bossy and my pretty house a ditty. Real thick nails did itty bitty bitch. These bitches hating, but I'm still sitting pretty sis. I'm a hood and a ditty bitch. I'm on my bossy and my pretty house. Thick nails did itty bitty bitch. These bitches hating, but I'm still sitting pretty sis. I'm a bossy and a ditty bitch. A lioness, I like easy shit. I'd rather be on pretty shit. Hair and nails did in periods. I check a bitch about my back, see I get serious. Bitches cramping my style, that's period. Delirious, see I'm an empress with a temperament. See they don't want them bottles, cause I turn it to an incident. Don't let the hair and nails fool you, I like to get intimate. Pretty sis, I'm a hood and a ditty bitch. I'm on my bossy and my pretty house a ditty. Real thick nails did itty bitty bitch. These bitches hating, but I'm still sitting pretty sis. I'm a hood and a ditty bitch. I'm on my bossy and my pretty house a ditty. Real thick nails did itty bitty bitch. These bitches hating, but I'm still sitting pretty. I'm sitting pretty. 2050s, Mrs. Maniac, I got these bitches on they feelings. Apple-headed hoes, I keep an Android like I'm trillin'. See my hubby to the right, and while he bagging, I be stealing. Bitches bothered that I'm chillin', stacking money to the ceiling. Tried to tell them they ain't listen, making money on this mission. Tried to tell me it's a limit, that's when I got offended. Made an hour from a minute, Wayne told me ain't no ceiling. I'm sitting pretty, sis. I'm a hood, it's a ditty bitch. I'm on my bossy and my pretty house a ditty. Real thick nails did itty bitty bitch. These bitches hating, but I'm still sitting pretty sis. I'm a hood and a ditty bitch. See my pretty house a ditty. Real nails did itty bitty bitch. Pretty sis.
Let's go. Let's go.
Logistics extreme. It is the hell that they survive that makes them gentle. Don't mistake their self-control for weakness. The beast inside them is sleep, not dead. See, one thing people need to understand about extremely nice, caring, kind, loving people is that their other side is just as extreme. It is the hell that they survive that makes them gentle. Don't mistake their self-control for weakness. The beast inside the sleep. Yeah.
One more
See,
time.
one thing people need to understand about extremely nice, caring, kind, loving people is that their other side is just as extreme. It is the hell that they survive that makes them gentle. Don't mistake their self-control for weakness. The beast inside them is sleep, not dead.
Hey everybody. Hey everybody. What's going down in the town? I just wanted to pop up. I'm not to be here for a long time. I gotta go to work tonight. I'm working over holidays as usual. Um, hey Elma, I dropped the link if you want to come up. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's to everybody. I know I will be going. I'm hoping I will be going live tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm going live tomorrow. I ain't got nobody here. My kids are gone. Like my middle son think I'm cooking. No, I'm not cooking. Not doing shit. I bought food to cook for the new year. That's it. But anything else, nada. I'm not cooking at all. I was gonna cook for Christmas. I'm like, fuck that. Like I threw away hella food for Thanksgiving. No, I'm not doing that. I'd rather wait till New Year's. New Year's Eve. So I'm gonna cook for New Year's Eve. Um, Anybody got any other plans they gonna do today? I don't know who was up in the chat. But yeah, I'm not doing none of this for the holidays really. Like I said, New Year's Eve I will be cooking. I think I'm gonna do a live, but like not a live, but you know what I'm saying. Like I would start off with a live and stuff like that. I really want to make some greens. I want to make some black eyed peas. I want to make dressing. I want to make some cornbread. I want to make some homemade peach cobbler. Make a couple of sweet potato pies and cheesecake. That's all I'm doing. Oh, and I ain't no turkey. I'm thinking about just making some chicken thighs. You know what I'm saying? Bake some chicken thighs hella fast. Use that. You know what I'm saying? Use the juice out of the chicken. Make my dressing. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my plan. I mean, shit, my kids are grown now. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually I'll make a big ass turkey, a big ass ham, hella dressing. I will make chitlins. I will make, and it's crazy about the chitlins. And I done told this story a couple of times. Like, I love cleaning chitlins. Like, I've been cleaning chitlins ever since I was 7. So I know how to clean the fuck out of chitlins. I've been cooking ever since I was like 6 or 7. So like I love to cook, but it's certain things my grandma didn't cook when I was growing up that I had to learn on my own. You know what I'm saying? And I got people eating food they don't like or would never try. Like I got a friend who um don't like greens, and her I ain't gonna lie, her dad can throw down. She wouldn't eat his greens, right? But when I made some greens and I made some homemade cornbread, she was like, I don't eat greens. I'm like, I begged her to try it. Like literally, I begged her to try it. And she tried them. And ever since then, she's like, "When you come back home?" Because she stay in Illinois. She said, "When you come back home, I need some greens. I'll buy them for you." Woo woo. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when I was staying in Minnesota one time, and you know what I'm saying. I had this person I ended up meeting in Minnesota. She did not eat chitlins at all. She don't like chitlins. But I had her try my chitlins that my grandma taught me how to make. She's like, oh, okay, this ain't as bad as, you know what I'm saying, as when I go to other people's houses. I don't know how other people cook their chitlins, but I don't know. I've been cleaning chitlins since I was 7. I am 46 going on 47. I love it. And that's crazy. And I ain't trying to be funny or not, but I like to clean chitlins. It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's crazy to say that. But I've been saying that for years. I love to clean chitlins. So me standing in this goddamn East Coast, West Coast, it's hard to find chitlins. I haven't had chitlins in over 2.5 years, and I'm about to go fucking crazy because I'm still looking for chitlins. Every time when I go to a place, they already sold out. I've been looking for chitlins since October of this year, so I'm like, fuck it. I'm um, I'm gonna have to buy me a deep freezer. Give me, I want to get 4 buckets of chitlins, but I want to clean them and then just set them in the freezer for next uh excuse me, for next for the holidays next year. But I don't know what I want to do yet. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I gotta work tonight. I'm working tomorrow. Tomorrow I ain't even mad because it's not like I tell people all the time, where I work out, I don't make double time. You know what I'm saying? Time and a half. I make double time. So if I make $26 an hour, right? Let's make it clear. I'm exactly making tomorrow, which will be tonight, right? Because we don't get Christmas Eve off. We get Christmas Day off. So if I make $26 an hour, right? I would be making what? Uh $56 an hour for 8 hours. Are you fucking kidding me? And the only reason I work the holidays because my kids are grown. I don't have no babies in my house. My oldest will be 19 3 months. 3 weeks after I turn 20. 20. 46. 47. I'm sorry. When I turn 47, my youngest will be turning 19. Like, what are we talking about here? Ain't nobody here but my babies, my dogs. My dogs is the only people who here. And my son won't be back until the beginning of the year. So I just bought food to cook for the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna make some peach cobbler. I'm gonna make some sweet potato pies. A couple of and I'm gonna make some cheesecake. And I'm gonna make one of my sons love my homemade Oreo cheesecake. I'm gonna make one of them for him. I'm not the sweet thing I'm into, but if it don't contain strawberries, at least I really don't fuck with it like that. I like strawberries, so I make me a homemade strawberry cheesecake from scratch. I know, like I told my kids, I'm gonna make a peach cobbler. It's a lot of stuff I know how to make. I mean, you just learning how to cook when you was younger. You can make. I feel like you can make anything. Like my grandma taught me how to make sweet potato pies by a scratch. My grandma taught me how to make banana pudding by scratch. And when I mean by banana pudding, like make the custard and everything by scratch. You don't buy that bullshit out the store. It don't taste the same compared to getting you some, you know what I'm saying, some carnation milk, couple of eggs, some sugar, flour. to thicken it up. Soon as it get thickened, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, my grandma didn't teach me a lot of sweets. She taught me the only thing I'm so mad about my grandma used to make, and I'm so mad about, and I would love to make it, and I don't know how to make it. It was called rice pudding. Now, the rice pudding my grandma used to make, it just looked like exactly rice cake. You know what I'm saying? It was just rice. I don't know. I forgot what she put in there, and I done made it a couple of times for her, and I don't remember what goes into the rice cake. And it looked like a cake, and you cut it like a cake, and it tastes so fire in the motherfucking church. Real talk on everything I love. But I don't know how to make that. Like every dessert my grandma taught me how to make, I make. The only thing I don't make because I'm allergic to it is German chocolate cake. My grandma taught me how to make that. I done made that plenty of times. But as I got older, even touching the peanuts, it broke me out. So I had to stop making it when I was a kid, like when I was a teenager. So I'll do the cake and all of that stuff. But when it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, the frosting, which is the German chocolate part, I couldn't do it no more. I was breaking out too fucking bad. And I don't know if anybody remember Hitch, and when he touched something, and then he looked in the mirror and looked at himself. That's how I look on everything, just by touching shit. That's how I know I'm hella allergic to certain things. Like, I want to say like 4 or 5 months ago, right? Where I work at, they get food bags every other week. Every week. I ain't gonna say every other week, but they get food bags every week. So they be, like certain things they'll leave downstairs, and I'll be looking at it. I'm like, my dogs can eat this, or I'll give it to my sons, or you know what I'm saying? Like they can benefit off of it if I can, right? So one day, I get they have some fish sticks. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna fix this for my dogs with some rice, and the bag was sweaty. And all I did was transfer that package from another from one bag to another bag, basically. And I swear to God, that's all I did on everything I love. My eyes were swollen like I got beat the fuck up. So one of my coworkers come in. She come in at about 5 o'clock, and she was like, Tish, what's wrong? And I didn't. All I kept doing is rubbing my eyes like I couldn't stop. Now, after I touched the fish sticks, I went upstairs, washed my hands, and put sanitizer on there. But they said it, as I'm learning now, you, bro, I didn't know you had pores on your fingertips. So just from the bag sweating and me touching it, it broke me the fuck out. I said, okay, I ain't tripping. So I washed my hands, put sanitizer on it, and like literally, I'm sitting here just rubbing my eyes, and my coworker come in at 5 o'clock in the morning. She was like, "Cause I work overnight." She was like, "What happened?" I said, "Girl, I only touched some fish sticks. You know what I'm saying? Some fish sticks, and I was just, retrieving them from one bag to another bag. No, 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 no. I don't know why I did that. It just broke me out because it was in my pores on my fingertips. Like literally, if I knew that, I would have grabbed some gloves and, you know what I'm saying, trans, put them in one bag to another bag. I wasn't thinking. But yeah, so I broke out hella bad, and then I had to go into our emergency kit and look for some allergy they don't have Benadryl, so I had to look for something else. But when I got that, it was like literally like an hour later. It looked like it had calmed down so much. It didn't even look like something happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've been having some crazy ass time. But I hope everybody enjoying their holidays. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here, just chilling. I gotta be at work in 3 hours. I got 2 hours before I have to leave here. But I just wanted to come up here and say what's going on. Happy holidays to any and everybody. Anybody want to hit the link? That's perfectly fine for me. I pinned the link up there. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying, just chilling. I'm just chilling. This is my first holiday being by myself because my baby son went with my oldest boy. My oldest son, he moved out, so he took him for 2 weeks. So he won't be home until I want to say the day before New Year's. Um, he's supposed to be home, so I don't know if they coming back then. But at first I was gonna cook for Christmas, but I'm like, I'm not cooking for Christmas, so I just been buying all my everything I want. I would cook for Christmas. I'm just buying it for New Year's Eve. And though I'm working on New Year's Day, let me tell you something. I love my job. I should you know. Like a lot of people who work on holidays, they get paid time and a half. We get double pay. So if I'm making $24 an hour, right? I am making 100. Let's make this 100 and 112, 113, $130 an hour just for that day. I could be wrong. I was never good at math. Excuse me. It is what it is. Okay, I'm making 125, 152 an hour just for one day, but it's cool. But on New Year's Day, we make that same amount, so I'm cool with that too. And then I'm almost ready for my raise. I get my raise in February. It don't be shit. It's only like 40 cents, uh, 40 cents or some stuff like that. But I ain't tripping. It still add up to something. You know what I'm saying? I've been on my job for a long time. I mean, I remember when I first moved out here in 2014. And you know what I'm saying? I started off as the intern at my job. And when I started at an intern at my job, I was only making $12 an hour compared to when they hired me and I was just on call. I was making $15 an hour. And then after that, I want to say, what's August, September, October. October, they asked me to be, uh, work, swing shift. Hell yeah. Like, yeah, I liked it, the job. Now, when I first did, now I've been on my job is going, hopefully God fulfilling, ancestors fulfilling. that I'll be there next year. And next year I will be there for 9 years, right? At the job I'm at now. Now, I always feel it's crazy because I want to make sure I say this right. Um, I was scared to do what I'm doing now. I have never did this. I knew I was good with people, but I didn't know how good I was with certain people. Like I said, with the mental illness and stuff. I'm like, bro, I grew up with this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is out here. It's so easy. It makes me so mad. Let me tell you something. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Being out here in Washington State, it pisses me off to see motherfuckers who do not want to work. It's so easy to get a job out here. So easy to get a job out here. It makes me. Let me tell you something. It's so many non-profit organizations out here who's willing to who's willing to rock with motherfuckers. You got motherfucking a lot of jobs that will take, depending on what you went to jail for, they will take you. Long as it ain't, you know, the M word, or you ain't never, like, you're not a thief. Them the two hard things to get a job with. Being an M Lester and you being, you a thief. Them the hard, them the hardest things. They will even take a motherfucker who killed the motherfucker, or even who sold drugs. They will take you out before they take. Like, bro, I see it. I don't know what's wrong with my dogs. They crazy, but I see that all the time. Like, I see it. I see people who come literally who wasn't born and raised. They come from the East Coast, the West Coast. I mean, the Midwest, and they come out here and succeed. Compared to, I see people from the South, and hey, don't let me don't. I will never say nothing bad about the South. I love Southern niggas. Let me say this. I never really dated a Southern nigga, but I would love to, but never dated a Southern nigga. Right? But they can't handle what goes on out here. They ready to go back to the South. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with how y'all feel. It is what it is. But it's so much money to be made out here. And a lot of people don't even want to take that, you know what I'm saying? Don't want to take that on their own shoulders. Let me say this. The work I do, right? I see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been to I've been to three other states before I moved out here. You could put the Midwest, you could put the East Coast, you could put the South, you could put all them states together. All the states in the Southern, the East, and the Midwest, you could put all three of them together. And you still will not get as much help as you do in this one particular state in Washington. The only reason I know this because I didn't get help. Let alone I work for companies. I work for a nonprofit organization who helps a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And you get hotel vouchers out here. And sometimes I be feeling like, I don't know, maybe because I'm from the Midwest, a lot of people complain about the hotels. But I mean, it's a hotel voucher. Like, bro, you could be sleeping on the ground. You could be sleeping anywhere. The whole thing is to hurry up and get the fuck out them hotel vouchers. When we give y'all hotel vouchers, we help y'all get permanent housing. but y'all don't see it that way. I don't get that. And then, especially if you was born and raised out here, they think they privileged and find out y'all not no more. Y'all stopped being privileged in 2002, as I'm finding out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? They big on domestic violence out here. They help them like ASAP, stuff like that. But it's not hard to get a job out here. I got I got a lady who works for FedEx. This lady almost make, well, I want to say almost $4,000 to $5,000 every month. She get what? Her check be almost $3,000 every 2 weeks. Almost $3,000 every 2 weeks, bro. Like, come on, bro. Me myself personally, I ain't doing no shit like that. I work with what I can work with. I ain't mad at making $26 an hour coming from, you know what I'm saying, when I first moved out here. I mean, before I moved out here, I was a manager at Taco Bell. I wasn't even making $10 an hour. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that was back in 2013. I moved out here. I went to school for hair because I love to do hair. Went to school for hair, but that's when I moved out here. My heart went into doing hair no more. And though I did work at a shop for I want to say 6 months, then they fired me over the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. But anyway, I ended up leaving there, and you know what I'm saying. I think I got fired from there in June of 2016. And out here, like when you getting welfare, you know what I'm saying? Because I was getting welfare. They asked you, like I told them I'm used to working. She fired, like I said, I was working in a shop. They fired me over some bullshit. It is what it is. So after they fired me, you know what I'm saying? I sat for a minute and trying to get my life together, think about what I wanted to do. So I didn't know, like out here, the welfare office, they give you jobs to start as an intern, right? And when you start up an intern, a lot of them end up sticking with the job. Then they end up getting hired on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like learning about a lot of people's situations. I know a lot of people who has been through that. Like I guess they've been doing this since 2000 or 2001 out here in Washington. If you want to get off your, you know what I'm saying, you want to get a job, you start off an intern because I see a lot of interns who used to be interns, they higher up now, and they'll tell me like I started in 2002, 2006, or something like that, but they've been there ever since, and they higher up now, like they getting some good money. You feel what I'm saying? So I stopped working in June of, like I said, 2016. But they fucked me over though. I ain't gonna lie, they fucked me over. But it is what it is. Yeah, I didn't lose my composure or nothing. Like, period. And though they fucked me to this day, I say that all the time. And they be one day I sent my son there because I thought they're good locticians. I would never give them, you know what I'm saying? I thought they did locks and stuff really good. And you know what I'm saying? I want to hit my son to go there or whatever. But in the meantime, between that, there's like, why your mom, tell your mom, why would I come back after y'all fire you? Y'all fired me over some bullshit. First of all, I think I ain't gonna lie, I would still be doing hair if y'all never did what y'all did to me. You feel me? And then had the nerve to ask me. I remember I did a live on Facebook back in March of 2020. That's when the pandemic really first started hitting. Me and my kids was on. We was on. We was on the train. And I was going back to Minnesota for my birthday. Spent the whole week out there. You know what I'm saying? And, um, a person pulled up in my life, and the person who pulled up in my life, I used to work for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? They fired me because I was trying to get help with housing. Now, I moved out here in 2014, right? So I was homeless. I was homeless in 2016. I stayed in the shelter, but I still consider that being homeless, right? So this lady was gonna help me. Then they found out, yeah, she got her number. Like talking about, like I'm trying to steal their clients. Why would I do that? I like where I worked at. I didn't have a problem where I worked at. That was not a problem to me. But in the meantime, I wanted to get out the shelter. These motherfuckers fired me for that. And they knew my situation. I think that's some raggedy ass bitch ass shit. That's some bitch ass shit to do to somebody. But anyway, so I end up, like a month and a half, I end up, what I'm saying, going to welfare. I'm like, and at this time, I didn't know that they would help you get a job. I'm like, bro, I'm not feeling this. Like, I need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been working since I don't know, like, basically since I was like 14, 13. And the reason I say that is because back in the day, when I was growing up in Chicago, they used to have programs for kids who could not work, who was not old enough to work, or because it was the summertime and they got a summer job, whatever. So I used to get paid from that when I had my daughter when I was 13. So I've been working for hella. I've been working like ever since I was like I said, I had my daughter was 13. I've been working basically since I was 14, 15. When I turned 16, that's when I was able to get my first job, and I worked at the VA hospital. And uh, 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 my bad. Broadview, Illinois. They got a VA hospital out there. Like, bro. And I talked about this before. Like, I used to watch movies and you see a person arm off and a person leg up. I've never seen that in person until I worked at that VA hospital. That was my very, very first job when I turned 16. Then when I turned 17, I started working there and I started working at McDonald's. When I worked at McDonald's, I think I worked there 3 years straight. I worked there my senior year, my whole senior year. And then when I went to college for a year. I worked there then, and then I worked there one more time, and then I quit. And then I wanted to do hair, so went, I went, I went to hair school when I was 20, 21 and a half. No, 20 and a half, because I just had my son. He was 6 months after I started going back to school. I love to do hair. To this day, and though I don't do hair no more, that's my passion. I love to do hair. You know what I'm saying? I love to do hair. Like I noticed these people getting these new wigs or whatever. Like I'm gonna start like doing that and put it on my, myself, my Instagram and putting on my YouTube page and stuff like that. I'm just gonna go back to what I know I can do and what I love to do. And don't get me wrong, I love what I do. I love helping homeless people because I was in that predicament. I love to do that. But in the meantime, my passion is hair. I always love to do hair. The only reason I love to do hair because I had a mom who could not do my hair at all. Like I used to look hella crazy growing up. So you know what I'm saying. When I started learning how to do my hair when I was 14 years old, um, it was a done daughter. I went to hair school, like I said, when in my 20s, and then when I moved out here, I started doing hair in 2000. I came out here and went to hair school in 2014 of December. Um, but I wasn't feeling it at that time. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to help people who's been in the same predicament I'm in. So I end up doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. I end up doing that. And I've been in that profession 8 years now. I'm going on 8.5 years. And I love it. Don't get me wrong, but I ain't gonna lie. I used to love to see. Regardless, I like to help people, but I love to do hair. I always love to do hair. I learned how to do sew-ins. I'm like, bro. But the only thing I have a problem with, I can't. To this day, like even when I got three boys and I got a girl. Now my three boys, I never cut their hair. Never cut their hair when I was growing up. The only let me take that back. The only one who got their hair cut was my oldest son. It was because he was allergic to wool. I did not know that, and his hair was falling out in clumps, so I had to cut his hair. But my other two sons, I never cut their hair. They cut their hair when, like, I got a 21-year-old. When he was 6, I was dreading his hair, but he never had a haircut. So I was braiding it, but they were saying I was doing it too hard or whatever. Um, so I started dreading his hair. So he grew up with dreads from 6 years old until he was 18. Then he cut his hair. Now I have another son who's 18 now. I started dreading his hair at 11, and he never had a haircut either, right? Never had a haircut, but he cut his hair when he was 17. I was so mad. Like, bro, I was so freaking mad. But I can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they wanted to do or whatever. But I love to do hair. Like, I'm looking at these wigs and stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna learn how to start doing that. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get me, I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to get me 3 jobs. I'm looking for a second job right now. And I want to start doing wigs. You know what I'm saying? Even if they want to sew in, I still love to do sew ins. I still love to do locks. You know what I'm saying? I like to do wigs. I know how to do all of that stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still into that, without at that time my heart wasn't in it. But now I want to get back into doing what my passion is to do hair. I really would love to do that. But in the meantime, between time, I ain't gonna quit. I want to quit my job. Hell no, I ain't crazy now. I don't want to. I don't want to quit no job. I ain't trying to quit. If I could get like 2 to 3 jobs, I'm good. I ain't gonna lie. Until I'm 60, I'm not in my 50s yet. I'm only 50. I mean, 46. Until I'm 60, I want to work at least 3 jobs. I ain't gonna lie. And one of my jobs gotta be doing hair. If I ain't doing the hair, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I would love to do. But yeah, I'm just looking for 2 other jobs right now for a minute. I ain't trying to work it forever. I refuse to work a job until I pass away, like my granny did. And my granny always told me she would never do that, and she ended up passing away before she enjoyed her retirement. I'm not doing none of that shit. Fuck no. I don't care if I got to do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even. A lot of people act like you know what I'm saying. You gotta have somebody. Like you don't have to have nobody, but you would love to have people in your company, especially the opposite sex or the same sex or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You just want somebody to be there for you, and you want to do the vice versa thing. You want to be there for them. It's the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna lie. It's hella boring when your kids get older. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. I swear to God, I didn't think I was gonna be like this. Like I remember back in the day when I used to wrap my daughter's present. I wish she was here. I wish she was up here. I don't know if she's asleep, but I wish she was. What do you call my daughter? I used to wrap her presents, right? And she would know exactly what I bought her, right? So I ended up getting slick on her butt. And it was just funny. It was funny. Hold on. Let's see. I know she's closed tomorrow because of the work she do. Let me see if she up. She's still up. I don't know. I guess she's asleep. I ain't tripping, but I know she don't work tomorrow, so I will be going live tomorrow after I get off of work. Um, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to wrap her gifts. She knew exactly everything I didn't bought her, so I had to get slick on her ass. Like my daughter loved CDs back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because my daughter was born in '91, so she loved CDs, and she was a big. Her thing was B2K. She loved B2K. So I got her that. She was like, "Mom, I want a radio." Do, 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 do. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think she know I bought her a radio because I never took it out the box. So I just, you know what I'm saying, wrapped it, and it was just like when I was kids, it's so much different. Um Now I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not close to her no more. And like my other kids, besides my middle son, he do have a baby, but he's not gonna see her because they stay far away from each other in different parts of Washington State. Um, but my other two boys don't, they don't have kids, and my oldest child, she does, but she stay all the way in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like I just can remember days when like all anything my kids asked for, um, especially my two oldest, they got anything they wanted because like my kids are not close in age, if that makes sense. Like my oldest is 7 years apart from my second child. Now my second, my third, and my fourth child, they all have the same father. Now my second child and my third child, they 5 years apart, but they still have the same mom and dad. My my third and my fourth child, they 3 years apart. They all have the same mom and dad. All three of my boys have the same mom and dad. But in the meantime, between time, my oldest child was raised by their father ever since she was 7. So that's her father. And don't get me wrong, she knew who her dad was. That's not, what I'm saying. She been knowing who her father was before they even came along. So, again, rest in peace, CD. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally. Her dad been gone for like 6 years. He passed away. He died in his sleep. It fucked with me a little bit because we 3 years apart. He's only 3 years older than me. So when I had my daughter when I was 13, he was 16. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I was 12 and he was 15. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't there the whole time for her. Um, when I met my kid's father, he was there before he was really. But in the meantime, between time, let me not take this away from his sister. He got an older sister, and his mom. They took care of her. They helped me ever since she was born. So I always been like they get the utmost respect, the utmost love for me because of that. You get what I'm saying? Like that's your son. Like my daughter was their son's brother's child, but they always helped me ever since that girl was born. And it was crazy because I remember when she used to cry, 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 and I remember his sister used to call me Tasha, and be like, I don't know what to do. I was like, she just got to get used to y'all. You know what I'm saying? She's not used to y'all, but she ended up getting. And I think her and her auntie has the best relationship ever. You know what I'm saying? And I love them for it, and I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I love his. I mean, because you didn't do exactly what you supposed to do. You tried to do it, but it didn't. You didn't accomplish nothing. And then I used to hear when my daughter used to be so upset about situations. I didn't get mad. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is redirect my daughter to the best way, the positive way I think she can go. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing with my daughter. So I love her. I miss her so much. I haven't seen my daughter since 2020, since I went out there to Minnesota to come and see her. And she keep begging me to come back home because I've been having, what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I've been having some medical problems, and I'm dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter want me to move back, but I can't move back to Minnesota. It's too motherfucking cold. That's the whole purpose of me moving. Look, let me tell you something. I moved from Chicago to Minnesota. I mean Iowa to Minnesota because I born and raised in Chicago. I stayed in Rock Island. Then I stayed in Davenport, Iowa. Then I moved to Minnesota. Minnesota is colder than Davenport and it's colder than Chicago. Then I end up finding out why. Because the motherfucking, when it gets start getting cold, what did they say? That the temperatures really come from Canada. It like it dips from Canada to Minnesota. Like, bro, I stayed up there when I was staying up there. I know it was one time it was like 35 below. And no, I'm sorry, 14 below, and the wind chill was 35 below. Like, bro, as soon as came outside, my eyelids froze together. Like, and I would never forget that because I was working for not McDonald's. I was working for Taco Bell, and as soon as you came outside, it was so cold you could not breathe. Like, literally, you could not breathe. So I went back in and called off. They fired me. I don't give a fuck. And yeah, sorry. Like, literally, you couldn't breathe. Soon as your eyes teared up, your eye your tear ducts was freezing, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Minnesota, but when I started learning about Minnesota, I ain't gonna lie. If I knew what I knew, I think I would have stayed out there a little bit longer. Uh, like when you go downtown in Minnesota, they have these big dumbass skyscrapers. But in the meantime, between time, they have these tunnels you could go through. Like, you could go literally, you could go from the South Minneapolis to the North Minneapolis by going through buildings because they have these tunnels that you don't even have to go outside. You don't have to touch the ground until you get to one side to the other side. And I did not know that until I almost left, right? So they have like right, I ain't gonna lie, right by the Seahawks stadium. I mean Seahawks, my bad. I'm out here in Washington. I'm sorry. And I want to say shout out to the Seahawks. I know y'all ain't make it. The game's over. Holla. Shout out to my nigga, my Bears. I know. Sorry. Hopefully we get it together. But anyway, so um, where the Minnesota Vikings is, their stadium is only 2 blocks away from these big dumbass skyscrapers, right? So like literally you could go into one building and go up there and you could travel all the way until you get to the north side. Now, when I stayed in Minnesota, where the Vikings are at, they on the south side, basically almost. It's downtown, but it's closer to the south side of Minneapolis, right? So when you go to the south side, because when I left, they had demolished the old stadium. So they got these like 2 blocks away. You got these tall ass skyscrapers. You could go in the building, and you could go all the way. You could travel through the skyscrapers instead of being cold. You going through these motherfucking tunnels until you get to the north side of Minneapolis. It's wild. Never seen that a day in my life, but it is. That's what they do out there. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I never seen that until I moved out there. So when I moved out there, then I moved out here in in Washington, and I was in the homeless shelter. I was just noticing they have so many cele- uh uh they were so much alike to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? I started learning about uh out here, and you know what I'm saying. Again, when I first moved out here, I did want to start doing hair and all of that stuff, but it wasn't my passion. Especially when the pandemic came. When the pandemic came back in 2020, it wasn't my passion like how I wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? But I was okay with it. I wasn't mad about it. And then you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't care where you go. Like I had a couple of times to move like in a seclusive place. Like I had a chance back in I wanna say was 2016. It was big ass mountains, right? I swear to God. I think the population where it was at, where they was trying to move me, was maybe 200 people. Because, like, literally, I ain't gonna lie, it was dope. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm like, bro, that's too seclusive for me. I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago. I wanted to move to the big city. But if I can't move to a big city, I want to move somewhere quiet, but not that's 200 people. No, that was not gonna work for me. And I'm like, bro, I was like, so how would I be able? There's like certain things only run like every 2 to 3, 4 hours. No, I'm not. I'm cool with that. And so I moved out here in Issaquah. Now Issaquah is I stay in the mountains, but god damn, I do have more freedom than that's inclusive with only 200 people. That makes no. I ain't be able to do it. Not at all. But yeah, let me get off of here. I gotta start getting dressed for work. Uh, move, and I gotta fix my baby something to eat before I leave. And I thank everybody who came in and out. You know what I'm saying? Came in here. But everybody have a great Christmas Eve and a great Christmas. I will be on here tomorrow for sure. Hopefully.